So how did we get our custom RunPlayBack Surron wrap? That's coming right up. Hey everyone, my name is Rick Cordero. Welcome to RunPlayBack, where we help you with EV tech tips to lead a more efficient and affordable lifestyle. Let's be creative and save money at the same time. Today we're installing a custom Surron vinyl wrap from Volta Supply Company, a vendor based in Texas that specializes in custom supermoto wraps. We'll do an unboxing, go over the install, and see how the wrap changes the look of our Surron. So let's get to it. New package, let's see what's inside. The Volta Supply custom graphics kit for our Surron. It's really nice. It comes in this protective box with cardboard underneath, so nothing gets bent or distorted. We also have this shrink wrap on top. You saw our last video with Cole Holly. He has a company called Volta Supply, and basically they do all kinds of graphics and decals for supermotos and for the Surron. There's definitely some pre-made kits that they have on the site, but we wanted to do something a little bit different. We wanted to put our branding on it, and so it does cost a little bit extra, but we like to do custom stuff here. So we ordered the reflective base material. At night, these graphics have reflective qualities. So if you shine some light on them, it'll bounce it back, that kind of thing. Here's some custom Volta Supply Company stickers. You see all the different kinds of vinyl they do. This one has some sparkling texture to it. So these I think might be extras, or just like bonus custom stickers just for us, which is really cool. Very high quality. You can feel the thickness of the vinyl. And because it's like, a digital print, you can do all kinds of things. Like you could have gradients. You have the black going into orange. And that's something you can't really do with just colored vinyl. So that's one of the advantages of doing something custom with Volta Supply. I didn't line these up yet, but I'm assuming these are cut to be the approximate size for the Surron frame. I'm assuming this is the battery cover. This is the fork guards. This is the swing arm. This is the seat bracket. This is the side of the frame, front fender, I think. Bottom frame by the motor. This goes on the battery. It'll kind of connect like that. So we're really excited to put this on. We'll try to go a little bit slower, take our time when we apply this stuff, because it is a bit thicker, so you don't want to get any air bubbles and things like that. Shout out to Cole and the team at Volta Supply. So why would you want a custom wrap for your Surron? Well, for one, vinyl wraps are useful for protecting your bike from the elements. They're also a great way to add personality and flair for a one-of-a-kind look. It's also cheaper and easier to do a vinyl wrap rather than get your frame painted. The con to vinyl wrapping is that it isn't cheap, even if you're doing it yourself. Because the Surron has a lot of aggressive lines and curves throughout the frame, it can influence the cost. Another factor is the kind of vinyl material you want to use. We went with Volta Supply Company's reflective base material, which adds to the overall cost. We basically went with a custom vinyl wrap on our Surron because it was all about personality. The wrap attracts a lot of attention, which is a perfect way to engage in a conversation and direct others to our channel if they want to learn more about the bike. Now, your mileage will vary on the value of vinyl wrap, but for us, it made a lot of sense as a promotional tool for our brand. So now let's get to the assembly.
Done that yourself.
All the graphics are installed. Shout out to Volta Graphics, shout out to Cole Holly. I really like how this came out. We did choose the premium version, the reflective, glossy, shiny version of the vinyl, and I think it came out really great. At night, you could definitely see the reflections when light hits it, but even during the daytime, it just has a really nice finish to it. Before you even apply the graphics, you want to definitely clean it off, clean the bike off. We had to remove our original graphics. I cleaned it with like some soap and water, cleaned it again, dried it off. Then I applied some isopropyl alcohol just to remove any additional oils or dirt. It definitely worked. Nothing is really sticking up. Installing it was really easy. You could follow the the directions on the Volta website. Our technique was basically starting in the center and peeling off, the backing piece by piece, and then slowly pushing it out with our finger. Originally, I thought we'd have to use a squeegee, but actually using your fingers is much more efficient, less chances of kind of scratching the vinyl. After we applied all the graphics, hit it with some hot air, with the hot air gun, and got rid of, any little creases and things like that. I'm really impressed with how everything was applied. I think the measurements were perfect coming from Volta. They even gave us this rear fender graphic. This is not a stock rear fender, it's an extended aftermarket one, so they had the sizing perfect for this. Basically, when I spoke to Cole, I told him I want to do the orange black motif that we usually use for RunPlayBack stuff, and he came up with black in the center with the RunPlayBack logo, and then some gradients going up here, and then going into orange on the top, and then some gradients going back to orange on the bottom from the swing arm. When you think of black, it may not seem like anything interesting, but the way this black is sitting on this frame, it has that shiny gloss quality, but also that really subtle gradient change into the orange is pretty eye-catching. It's something that you probably won't notice until you really look at it. I think what we had before was really cool with the full sunset orange. This is a bit of a deeper orange. It's a little bit darker. On the front, we have the full sort of orange on the front fender. This is actually something I made for myself. I do have the ODI number plate, so I cut some orange that I just had lying around, cut it to the specs of the ODI number plate, and then I had a vinyl shop just print out the logo in this reflective black. So it actually does match the Volta graphics, but if you did want a number plate that was custom, definitely let Volta Graphics know and they'll do that for you. Volta also provided these fork guard graphics. This was actually made for, I think, a different kind of fork guard. This is a fast ace with the inverted forks, and so it was a little bit different, but I was able to kind of like cut a little piece off here to make the shape work for this particular guard. I also added these orange spoke covers. Fits nicely with the whole design aesthetic. We did also change our tires. We threw on some Michelin Pilot Street 2 tires. So now, why would you want to do a custom graphics assembly on something like this? Well, one, it's something that you can eventually remove and change up. And obviously we know Cole, and we know his whole background with Volta Graphics, so we want to obviously go with them, but just the fact that he can do custom work, you could send him your logo, just give him an idea of what you want, and he'll design it in Illustrator and send you a proof, and then you can either accept it or reject it and send some other comments, and he'll fine-tune it to those comments. It did take a while for it to arrive. I know Cole was a little bit busy with a lot of things, and I did want to make some revisions, so I understood that it would take a little bit of time, but it's dependent on how busy they are, things like that. So it's not a instant turnaround, but honestly, it's worth the wait, in my opinion. So now I'll take the bike for a ride and see how it looks in motion. That's our first look at Volta Supply Company's custom Surron wrap. Now, it did take some time from order until delivery, as we ordered on July 25, and the wrap arrived on September 23, which took approximately 60 days. However, it was probably quicker and less expensive than getting the bike powder coated. And not only does it add a little protection, it makes our bike stand out from the basic black Surron. So shout out to our homie Cole Holly at Volta Supply Company for providing an extremely premium product. If you want to dive into more EV tech tips, click the links on the side and remember to like and subscribe so we can help you find tech deals that fit your lifestyle. We'll see you guys in the next video.